So one of my favorite aspects of Buddhist teaching is bodhicitta, this wisdom and compassion that is devoted to the awakening of all beings, to the alleviation of suffering for all beings. And to the opening of the heart, illuminating the consciousness of all beings. And for all of the beauty and power that I have witnessed in indigenous cultures, this is not something that is always present. It is sometimes present. There are those beautiful, pure-hearted healers in every culture that are just so kind and compassionate and gracious and hold themselves with this absolute integrity. And there are also many that don't. And these cultures don't quite have the same ethical structures or reverence for what we call bodhicitta. So bringing this more explicitly, because we're all human. We all have moments where we can easily get absorbed into some of our ego desires and fears and act in ways that are perhaps not of the greatest benefit to all. But when we have teachings and teachers that remind us, it helps keep us on track. So I see that as a huge contribution. And as much as we would like to romanticize some of the indigenous cultures, they truly do have both light and dark and can use these powerful gifts, in fact, to harm others, which is heartbreaking, but it is a reality. Buddhism, mindfulness also provides daily practices, daily mini rituals, mini ceremonies to reconnect with the heart, with awareness, with equanimity, with kindness every day. In many indigenous cultures, they don't have actual practice or meditation. Their culture is so different. Their consciousness is so different. So that's also a beautiful contribution. They provide skill sets for meeting intensity with grace, equanimity, wisdom, and compassion. Tools for working with what arises in ceremonial experience, which can be intense. Our sensations, our feelings, everything that comes up is magnified. So we may have profound beauty, profound love, and we may have profound pain, overwhelm, repressed emotion emerging. Maybe the body's going through purification and feeling nauseous, and it can be really challenging, right? So we learn how to ride the waves without getting knocked over by them. And some of you may have heard this beautiful saying that we can't stop the waves, but we can learn to surf them. And mindfulness meditation is such a powerful gift in this regard. And I have noted here how my teachers recognize this in me. My first teacher that I mentioned that I met in Hawaii many years ago, and I worked with him for many years. He served incredibly powerful medicine, very strong, and many people could not surf those waves. They were getting knocked over. And there was like screaming and flailing and, kind of like a little bit of chaos going on. And they'd have to sort of bring these people outside the room. There'd be a whole back room of people going through it. I absolutely attribute my ability to stay present, grounded. I pretty much just sat like a Buddha for all these hours through all those intense ceremonies in equanimity, meeting what came up with an open heart, with inquiry, with grace, with the ability to transform transform any heavy, stuck energy into more jewels, into more teachings, into more wisdom, and went extremely deep into mystical healing states as a result. I attribute this to my meditation practice, to my grounding in mindfulness and Buddhism and yoga as well. And so this is part of what my teacher saw that inspired him to invite me to come and keep working with him and to study with him and to train with him.